Adobe After Effects, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, all of them are cool, but none of them can make a text effect like this. So open Blender and without any further ado, let's get this going.
Press A to select everything and then press Delete to remove them. Now press Shift and A and add a text. Hold down the mouse scroll to change the view. With the text selected, go to Text panel. In the paragraph, change the horizontal element to center and vertical to middle. Then press Tab to be able to change the text and type down your text. After that, press Tab again and with the text selected, go to the Text panel. And in the geometry, increase the extrude a little bit. And don't forget that in the bevel, increase the depth at least by 1. Next, press 7 on the numpad to have a view from top. Scroll back and forth to zoom in and out, then press Shift and A and add a camera. Now we should adjust the camera, so select the camera, press G to grab it, then press Z to move it on the Z axis, and simply click to confirm the movement. Next, press 0 on the numpad to go into camera view. As you can see, the camera isn't adjusted yet, and I just don't want to press G and Z to move it. Instead, press N to open this menu. Select the view option and check this box, camera to view. Now if you scroll back and forth, the camera will also move back and forth. After this, uncheck this box. Press N to close the menu and scroll forward to have a bigger view. Now we should make the path of the light around the text, so press Shift and A. In the curve menu, add a circle. Then again press Shift and A and add a light, the point one. With the point light selected, go to the light panel and increase the radius a little bit, somewhere around 25. Then go to Constraint panel and select Add Object Constraint and choose Follow Path. Select this eyedropper and just click on the circle. Now if you increase the offset, the light moves alongside with the circle. Scroll back a little bit and select the circle. Press S, which means a scale. Drag the mouse and make it bigger than the text. Then press Tab and select these points. Press G to grab them and then press Y and get them closer to the text, like this. Then select these points, press G and then Y and also get them closer to the text to have a shape like this. Again press Tab to go into object mode. Now it's time to animate the light, so expand the timeline. I want it to be 120 frames, so drag the CTI to the frame 120 and press Ctrl and End to adjust the number of frames. Then move the CTI to the first frame, select the light and move the mouse cursor to the offset property and press I on the keyboard to make a keyframe. Now we have the first keyframe. Then move the CTI to the last frame, set the offset on 100 and press I to make the second keyframe. Now if we play, we can see how the light turns around the text. And if we go to the rendered mode by clicking on this icon, you can see how it works. And it is better that in the rendered panel, set the render engine on Eevee. Then head over to the word panel and change the word color all the way to black. Next, select the text and go to the material panel. Select new and make it metallic all the way. Then go to the render panel, make sure that ambient occlusion, bloom and screen space reflections are checked. And in the bloom property, you can set the intensity on 0.8. Then select the light and if you can't find it, go to the solid mode by clicking on this icon and select the light. In the light panel, set the power on 50 for now. So I guess I should scale up the circle a little bit. Now it feels much better. With the point light selected, in the light panel, let's change the color to blue. Now it feels really amazing. And increase the light power to 100. Now it's time to work with the shading tab, so let's split the screen. Bring the mouse cursor on the timeline border. Right click and select vertical split. Set the split to somewhere around here and just click. Then on the left side, click on this icon and set it on shader editor. And if you want to change the mood on the right side but you cannot see the icons, you can simply press Z and choose the mood that you want. Select the text. In the shading graph, press Shift and A and search for color ramp and select it. Let me set this one on the material view. Then select the color to the roughness. Then add a noise texture and connect the color property to the color ramp. Next, add a mapping node and connect vector to vector. Add a texture coordinate and connect the object to the vector. Now if we go to the color ramp and play around with the roughness, you can see how it works. Now it's time to add a bump node and plug the normal to the normal of the BSDF node. Now we need to copy this color ramp and set it on default, meaning without any changes, and plug the color to the height. Then plug the noise texture to the new color ramp. Now on the right side, press Z and go into rendered view. Press 0 to go into the camera view. Now we can make so many changes by changing the properties on the noise texture. You can simply play around with the properties to get the texture that you want. Then in the bump node, decrease the strength. Now let's turn off the bloom in the render panel for now, in order to be able to take a better look. In the second color ramp, if you play with the slider, you can make so many changes. So select the point light and make it more powerful. Put it on 200. So let's take a look now.
So now it is time to make that eye-catching red glow part of the text. So go to the shading graph and add a mix shader. So first duplicate these 4 nodes and add a mix shader node and put it between the BSDF and the material output. Then add an emission node and plug it to the mix shader and change the color to red and set the strength on 20. Then connect this color ramp to the mix shader. Click on this icon and select flip color ramp. Now if you drag this slider to the left, it will adjust the amount of red parts, and this one is for the brightness of the red parts. Then in the render panel, set the bloom back on. Now let's animate the bloom for the red parts. So move the CTI to the first frame and set the strength in the emission node on 0. Then select the point light and set the power on 0. Now make sure that in the edit preferences in the animation, default interpolation is on Bezier. Then open this box to have a better view at the keyframes. Now with the light selected and CTI at the first frame, click on this icon to make a keyframe. Then move forward the CTI and set the power back on 200 and make the second keyframe. Move to somewhere around frame 90 and make the third keyframe. And lastly, move to the last frame and set the power on 0 and make the last keyframe. And the last part is to animate the glow. With the CTI at the first frame, set the strength on 0 and press I to make a keyframe. And if you cannot see the keyframe, just click on the emission node and you will be able to see the keyframe. Then move to somewhere around frame 15 and set it on 10 and press I to make a keyframe. Move to frame 30 and set the strength on 20. Make another keyframe. Go to frame 85 and make another keyframe. Then move to frame 100, set the strength on 10 and make another keyframe. Move to the last frame, set it on 0 and make the last keyframe. Now let's take a look at what we have made. See you next time.